have fine and short hair, so I realized I had to completely change how I ended up styling it. I bought the Shark FlexStyle because I wanted something that didn't fry my hair and also gave volume. But here's what I've learned. Prep matters more than the tool. So I style on about 80 to 90% dry hair. I use a lightweight volumizing spray. I will link this one down below. I've tried so many and this one is the best. It doesn't give you that straw feeling and smells amazing. I then add a heat protectant. I love this one specifically because it's very moisturizing without weighing down your hair. And if you have fine hair, you know the struggle. So when my hair is damp, I flip my head upside down and rough dry first. I don't go straight into the curling attachments. So I like to focus airflow right at the roots, and I use fingers to lift at the roots. Definitely don't want to over dry the ends. You actually want your hair to be about 90% dry and have some moisture in it when we go in with the curling tools. It will help it stay much longer. I'm actually only using the first heat setting on this one for blow drying. I found that you don't need to go much higher than that. It still gets the job done. As you can see, whatever direction my root is naturally laying down, I go the complete opposite. I think this makes such a huge difference initially in building volume. So once I have completely dried my roots and I can feel like my hair is about 95% dry and there's still some moisture on the ends, I know that it's time to move on to the barrels to curl your hair. Okay, this isn't always necessary with short hair, but if we're talking just straight volume, I like to clip up my hair in sections to make sure that I am getting as much movement and body in all the layers of my hair as I can. The settings on my dryer goes all the way down to the first setting for blow drying and then the lowest setting for heat. Again, I find that it just works great for fine hair. You don't really need a lot of heat, and just adding more, I think, causes more damage. So here's where I think you can get the most volume. I am curling away from my face, but I'm also curling up and bringing up the root in the opposite direction that it wants to go. So I'm making sure the whole time that it's going away from my face, but I'm also bringing it up and using a lifting motion. You also want to make sure that you are using less hair than you think. It's going to be really difficult to end up picking up as much hair as you need if you are using too much. I hold the barrel here for about 10 to 12 seconds, and that cool shot feature on the Shark is non-negotiable. I know it's a pain, but you do need to do it afterwards if you really want your curls to stay. I like to hold it for about 5 seconds. Most of the Shark packages don't come with the smaller barrel curling options, but I would recommend that for fine hair or if you are working with short hair. I will link a couple options that I found on Amazon below that are compatible with Shark. I have found in the past when working with a smaller barrel, it holds a curl better, specifically just for fine and short hair. Okay, so you can see again that I am curling away from my face up at the front. And then in the back, honestly, I kind of do whatever. It's none of my business what the back of my hair looks like. But up front and in the middle, you can see that I'm always curling away. And actually, fun fact, I only use one barrel the entire time. I find it a pain to switch out for left and right. And I kind of just twist it around to not have to ever change it. I don't think it's necessary to use both barrels. Now we are getting into the fun part, the very last layer. So as you can see, I'm going to be sectioning off little parts of the very crown of my head. I am curling it backwards, and I'm really focusing and making sure that warm and hot air is close to my roots, because I'm not so much worried about getting a curl in as I am trying to get most of the heat at my root to really lift it and provide maximum volume. Okay, let's talk about the bangs, honey. So I go in and I will curl first away from my face. I have some short pieces very in the front of my face for framing, but I will start with still curling completely away to really lift those roots. And then I will take the little short pieces that fall in the front and I will actually go in the opposite way and hold it there. Make sure you do your cool shot. And then here's the thing, do not touch your hair. Do not run your fingers through it. Do not do anything yet. Make sure you seal it in with a volumizing hairspray. I really like this one because it still allows you to brush through it. It doesn't that crunchy look in your hair, and as you can tell, it just adds so much more volume. I think it's amazing for fine or thin hair. Okay, after I have let it sit for a good 5 to 10 minutes, then I will run my fingers through it. Please don't brush your hair. I promise you it's going to ruin it. Just let it be. And then this is the product that truly is a game changer. If you have fine or short hair, you need this. This is by Living Proof. This adds so much texture, so much volume. It also acts as a heat protectant, and I feel a little bit of a dry shampoo as well. So I will use this tomorrow and possibly the next day as well. It just gives so much volume and lift to your roots. Okay, and last up, if you are like me and your hair is on the slightly drier side, I will go in with a really lightweight oil. I like this one because it smells so good, and a little goes a long way. Now that you've seen how I do the whole process, I'm gonna tell you some things that definitely did not work for me that I don't recommend, and a lot of things that people end up doing that don't work. This one may be counterintuitive, but using actually too much product will weigh your hair down, and the girls with fine hair know that it's a very fine balance of how much product you use. You saw how much hairspray I used in the video. I used hardly any at all, and actually less is more with this. Something I'd recommend is buying actually the smaller barrels separately on either Amazon or the Shark FlexStyle website. On Amazon, they have a couple knockoff versions that I'll link below that work exactly the same. But if you have finer or shorter hair, I would definitely recommend the smaller barrel sizes. That's gonna give you a tighter curl, and then it'll eventually fall out, and it'll just have a lot more body and wave to your hair and leave it with more volume up at the roots. Okay, like I mentioned before, this one is really important. Do not brush your hair. Do not brush your hair for hours after you do it. You can run your fingers through. If you really need to take a brush to it, use a wide tooth comb. Don't brush it with your normal brush for hours if you can. Okay, so once I figured this out, this lasts me about 2 days in total, maybe 3. I might have to do a touch up at the end of day 2 or 3. And especially I find with dry shampoo, it helps last longer. I actually use cornstarch because I'm weird and I find that it helps to not dry out your hair as much on the ends, and I feel like it's a great non-toxic option. One tip that I do have for you is apply the dry shampoo tonight. When you've washed your hair this morning, apply the dry shampoo tonight so it has a chance to soak up the oils before they get there. I've found this helps so much more, especially with fine and thin hair. You know how fast and oily your hair can tend to get if you're not careful. This has been a complete game changer. I hope this helped someone on how to use their Shark FlexStyle. If you have fine hair, let me know down in the comments below what has helped and what doesn't. Maybe we can all help each other out here. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.